I'm not.
With the whole mom, mom and family stuff that they support her, and we need you, Lizzo, for the break forward. We need it to be you and to be out there. You're doing incredible service to everybody, but an incredible service particularly to Black women and for Black women and for women who are fat. And I love that she just said fat. It's like stop already, like dancing around it is playing into it.
Oh, are you,
hey, there it is. Hey. All right.
we're still listening to Darlene and Constance of the DNC. So, hi everybody. Give people a minute to come on. Hello. Cheers, Ange. Cheers, Ray. I'm going to take a sip now. We can do another cheers on.
I mean, you didn't even pour me any.
I'm so selfish. I'm the selfish twin. All right.
Sexual and sensuous, and a Black woman, as a Black woman, and as a woman. So,
Hi, everybody. This is Larry Robinson. Hey, Larry. Oh, shoot. Let's see. All right. Thanks, man. That's all I did.
Well, we weren't really starting, so we're still listening to Constance and Darlene. So, but you know what? Let me
Cheers.
cheers. I love you. What are we drinking?
We are drinking a Grand Fruit from Perrier Jouet. I can't with that other talk. I mean, it's distracting to me.
Love you guys.
Hi. Okay, hi everybody. Angie and
All over my
Franny.
face.
What?
The comments.
No, maybe, but it's okay.
Look.
Okay, so hi everybody. It's Angie.
Franny. Champagne double talk.
Yeah, it's us, and we're back for a happy hour.
Let's do it. What are you drinking, everyone?
Hi there.
Who's drinking what? You should look so.
Okay, so I can read up top.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, so Troy and Trev are here. Hey, Troy and Trev. How you doing? Hi. I know Larry Robinson is here. And is that, what does that say? Something Smith. I can't read that.
Well, can you see it from your phone? This way, because we oriented the laptop, or the iPad in a different way
if I
today.
can see from my phone. So let's see.
6:31. So
no, I cannot. Maybe if I open up Facebook and look at you on it.
well, look at Angie. Don't go on the.
I can't
Angie.
get connected. So. It's all good. Hi everybody. I can't see here, but hi. So Champagne Double Talk. We're back for a happy hour. I hope everybody's got their drink. We do. It's almost always or usually champagne. I know we said we'd kind of make some champagne cocktails, but
This is easier.
yeah,
We're purists.
popping it is much easier, right?
We're purists.
Yeah.
Don't let her fool you. Anyway, so let's get it going. Let's start. We're gonna start every time we come on with
our little COVID corner.
Yeah, with our version of COVID.
Or what's in the news today, or what's important about it.
Right, current events where COVID is concerned.
Right.
Go.
Well, for me, I heard on the radio a girl said that she was contemplating breaking up with her boyfriend because he would not get vaccinated, and she felt that he was, putting her life in jeopardy.
Right.
So,
he is. He is.
Well, so I know. So they were giving her the business on the radio show. Though. They were,
really?
Yeah, they were telling her, "You just want to break up with him anyway, right?" But
they were clowning her.
But it depends. So I don't know the story. But here's the thing. Everybody is not going to want the shot. There are people who, for a lot of reasons, don't. I hope it's not the Tuskegee reason, because it's not what a lot of people think. People think that they were given something when in fact those men in that experiment, they weren't being treated. So they wanted to see the effects of syphilis, right?
And you know this country, what it is. Black people were guinea pigs. We know the story of Henrietta Lacks. We know just how black people just overall have been in this country anyway.
Not guinea pigs, but what's the word? Weary, right, of this government and what.
Well, that's how we feel now as a result of how this country historically experimented on black people with no anesthesia, and just we were legitimately lab rats once upon a time. So I get it. I 100% get how some people don't want the vaccine.
But if you're one of those people,
right, black or white,
my hope is that you are still.
Thing.
Yeah, but my hope is that, and I'll end my little COVID thing with this. My hope is that you're still washing your hands, you're still practicing social distancing, and you know what? Yeah, you can't go. Where everybody is in a room and they're doing restaurants.
And you can't be mad that you're not invited. Or that you can't go,
right?
Because you made a decision not to get vaccinated, so you can't be. Did you see that video? That man on that cruise. They were like, okay, so he went on a cruise. They went to Aruba, and Aruba is asking that everyone prove that they're vaccinated.
Okay.
So people are on this cruise, and they are emailed. They've been called to have personal conversations. Hey, we welcome you on this cruise. However, if you don't present a vaccination card, we will not allow you to get off the boat. You cannot get off the ship when we get to Aruba. When I tell you the video I saw where this man
is going off,
and he understood what he wouldn't be able to do.
Right.
Said yeah, got there, and then raised holy hell. They didn't. I think he ultimately walked away, but he was so disrespectful to staff on this ship. When it's like come on, you understood what wasn't going to happen, but you decided. And then what about? And this is the last.
So no, because this is you're going to do your little COVID piece.
Oh right. See, so I'm always kind of like
so just to end mine. So you can't go, right? And you can't be mad. But for the people who are not getting vaccinated for political reasons, I'll say it again, or they think COVID is a hoax, you're
an asshole.
Right.
You're an asshole. Sorry. Period. So I don't know if you heard about this, but COVID-19 cards were confiscated. About 10,000 of them blank were confiscated. They were coming from China. And I wish I had more details about it, but it was on the news. It was a story that just kind of went so fast.
So people are going to get black market.
Well, here it is, and that's been going on anyway. So people, there are no watermarks. I mean, COVID, they're just black ink and thick paper. I mean,
they're
really
not controlled. There's no control number on the card.
Right, no accountability. And some people have been vaccinated, and this information is written in. It's handwritten in ink. So there's just, people are going to present, but that's why, and I'll wrap it up with the COVID corner. National database is really important of people who have received the vaccination. So I'm a veteran in the military, and I got my vaccination at a VA installation. So I went on in New York. So I went on the New York registry for people who received the COVID shot, and I'm not there. That's a problem for me. I mean, I think where agencies need to connect, where information needs to be shared, it needs to be one note. And that's just where I'll end it.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, right?
So now COVID is out. We talked about the champagne we're drinking. I like it a lot. Again, it's a Grand Brut from Perrier-Jouet, and it's nice.
Love it.
Yeah, I would do this. This can be a go-to. What's the price point on it?
I think it was about $60.
Okay,
It's good. Not that bad.
It isn't. All right. So what are we talking about today?
Well, let's talk about, so we're going to do relationship-ish stuff, but sometimes there are things that, are just a little off the relationship stuff, but you know,
The relationship path.
Right, but we'll figure our way back. So Lizzo, let's talk about Lizzo.
The body shaming. Well, let's be clear. Lizzo, not ashamed of her body. She shapes it, she exposes. That's how she loves herself.
Exactly.
Just like she is. You know, and she's what contrary to what people believe, you know, she does work out. She is trying to maintain, you know, at least maintain where she is. And, you know, I'm not mad at her for that. But she dropped a single and...
With Cardi B.
Right.
I saw the video, just a snippet of it. She looks amazing.
I think people were just body shaming her, talking about, you know, her weight and what she looked like. And she had just gotten to a breaking point, and she was crying. She went on live, I think it was IG, and she just was like low. She felt really low, felt like she was really putting out so much or doing so much in terms of her work, only to get slammed down by haters. And I think haters are just going to do what they do.
Yeah, that's their assignment.
Yeah.
They are only doing their job. And Lizzo is strong. She is stronger than this, everyone. That's my opinion. That's my perception, I should say. But, you know, the most beautiful woman in the world, you know, whoever this fictitious woman may be, you know, would be triggered by online bullies, period. She, like you said, she is all over social media. I follow her on TikTok. Lizzo's amazing. You know, her confidence is
something to behold, because, I mean, I work out, you know, 5, 10, 150, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do what I have to do, and even I don't think, I don't have that kind of confidence. But who knows?
Yeah. And look, I mean, I think I saw videos of some other young woman, some other courageous and, you know, and confident young woman who, she wasn't a size 2, let's say that. And, you know, she was doing her thing. You know, she was in a bikini, she was doing her dance, and
a lot of bad comments.
Well, here it is. And I'll even, you know, so Aisha Hines, do you know who she is? Mm-hmm. She is, I follow her on Instagram. She's an actress. She goes by Apple of his eye. And she, okay, did you ever watch that show Underground on We years ago? Well, she's bald. She's a black actress. She's bald. She played the most kick-ass Harriet Tubman I've ever seen. And she played it on that show on We, on Underground. That's amazing. I love you, Aisha. She's great.
Okay, so what was...
Long story, so she on a yacht with her friends recently, took pictures. When I tell you, she got her ass all the way out, and it's amazing. It's nice. It's round. It's bigger than I won't say normal, than you people who, in my opinion, have this warped perception of what normal looks like. But it's beautiful, and she's, you know, she's chilling on a yacht with her friends, and they're having the best time ever. Mm-hmm. So when I think about her, and you know, the thousands of comments on her particular post on Instagram, I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure all of them aren't positive, but she don't give a fuck. She don't. I mean, at the end of the day, neither does Lizzo, right. And I hate that she gets triggered. And she becomes emotional and, you know, and vulnerable to it, because we're all human, right?
Right. And I think they have remarkably thick skin.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they don't cry at every comment all the time.
Right.
You know, I think it gets to a certain level where they're like, you know, and I think everybody would. That's why for some things you just got to turn off comments. You know, you got to have a great social media team that's really kind of policing that. Because, you know, again, haters are going to hate. People are hateful. They will find some way to criticize. I mean, I've seen wedding proposals criticized. I've seen announcements of births criticized. Right. I mean, there's no end to have to the unhappiness, the unhappiness that people have inside of them.
We have been criticized. People have said a lot. I mean, people have said basically, just a lot of, what do they call, somebody called us goofy, remember?
Yeah, but goofy is okay, because I am. I don't mind that, but I've always been a little.
Right. I mean, look, we are women of a certain age and proud of it. 52, we get it. Just to bring it back to Lizzo for 5 seconds, I just hope.
Just
forward. I know, right? It's just disheartening for me, and I hope every time she puts new content out that she's not faced with these vulnerable moments, because
she has
none of her fucking trolls, none of you motherfuckers deserve it. None of you deserve her vulnerability. None of you deserve
energy.
Right? You just don't, and shame on you.
Okay, so what are we talking about today? I want to talk about what we're talking about.
Well, yeah, so let's talk about it. I put a post out earlier, saying, do you think it's right to expose a former lover and their adulterous behavior after the affair is over? I had a few interesting comments. 100% of the people that I polled said yes. I don't know.
What?
Yes, they would.
They would expose
them? Yes. So, that to
what
me,
is that?
We're just living in this social world, so I get it. I get why people, it is what it is.
That is ridiculous.
Okay, so here's a segue, guys. When I, just talking about this question, and then comes to mind, exercise guru, Daryl Patterson, DP of I Am the Real DP Heat Challenge. I don't know if anyone's been paying attention, but apparently he has been unfaithful to his significant other, who also works out with him and has her own program on Heat on Demand, which I big up. I love that whole system, that whole program. Anyway, he has been having an affair apparently with Nivea, and she is a singer from the early 2000s, and it's sad really, because I think he tried, like every man does, whether you're a social media.
I mean, Derek Jackson, he got exposed.
Yeah, it is.
He's like a famous, ridiculous person who got
he
exposed.
denied, of course, and then old girl had to pull out the receipts.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Who's that? Rob Dixon. My thing: don't cheat. Be upfront about your desires to move on. Not cool to dip on both sides. Well, I couldn't agree more.
So I do too. Leave. There's and don't do like Snap. Like, I always wondered with Snap, why do you have to die? Why can't you just go?
Start over, find somebody. Like, there is life after,
right?
This particular person.
So going is not. So for me, I've always had to look at the motivation of the person. Like, did she so Slim Goody said, yeah, she's feeling petty, she would tell it. Yeah. So here's the thing. What's the motivation? That you want to, you want to help his partner understand who he is? Or you want to hurt him?
Or you're hurt. Did you think he was going to leave? Possibly.
Well, here's the thing.
Did you believe all that shit he was saying to you?
Right. So it is what you're doing. Do you think you're doing the right thing now? I mean, coming clean. I mean, getting it up. Or are you trying to hurt that person? And I think more often than not, they're trying to hurt the person. They're trying to hurt the person that's their ex that they used to kind of mess with.
Right.
They want to hurt them. And this, I don't know who this girl is, but she wants to hurt DP.
Well, and then let's face it, DP is not a married man.
Okay.
He is
so he's cheating on his girlfriend.
Well, look, they could be married. I don't know these people. All I just work out with him, and he's amazing. Big up to DP. I am the real DP. Yeah, it's amazing. It's definitely changed my workout, regime.
I mean, it changed my body. I'm not even gonna front. It's a great workout. It is not for the weak. You know,
he's great. He's a good, he's good at what he does. I know he has multiple streams of income according to his Instagram profile. And I don't know what Nivea was thinking. I don't know what she imagined would happen. I don't know what her motivation is. But
well, her people.
She funny as hell. She said,
what'd she say?
She clowned him in the end. She was like, you know what? She said, with his, if you can't do this, try this face ass. You know, because, you know, if you do the heat challenging, you know.
Modified exercise.
Exactly. If you can't do like the big boy exercises, So she definitely clowned him. I mean, she funny. Go ahead, Nivea. That was funny. Cheers.
Yikes.
So,
but let's talk about telling. All right. So telling so that was. I mean, she was doing dirt with him. Mm-hmm. So, like, what you really telling? Like, what is if you were having an affair with him? If he was still kind of in a relationship,
got what he wanted from you.
Right, so you tell on yourself too. But what about like friends? Like, do you tell your friends? If you know something, do you tell your friends? Mm. Or if you've seen something, you know, a friend or whatever, so here it is. Do you tell your friends what you've seen, or do you want your friends to tell you if they've seen something? Like, if I saw your dude out with another woman, I'm telling you. You know why? Because of our soul ties. Because I know that at the end of the day, you might hate me for a little while, maybe, but we're gonna come back here.
Okay.
I've always thought that friend, or the level of friend that you are, will dictate how it ends up. And I just wouldn't. I know, I wouldn't tell. I wouldn't tell. I would tell you because, you know.
You're my sister, and you're not, you know, like if God forbid it was your guy out there doing it, and I told you, mm-hmm. you know, even if your guy denied it, oh, your sister's lying, she wants to spend all her time with you.
Oh, she's lonely, or she don't have or you know, dudes will do this too. Like, oh, her lonely ass, she ain't got a man, so she wants you to be in the same boat.
So, but I'm gonna use my real situation. I do have a man, so that's not the case.
Right.
However, he would have to have a come to Jesus moment and tell her the truth, because she's not cutting me off. I'm going to keep popping up at family gatherings and at her house, and you know, we're going to plan girl things to do, and you know, I'm just going to always be there. So he has really one option: to come clean, because I can see this kind of separation, or when you're not friends, or when you're not family, if you're friends, your man is like, I don't want you talking to that bitch no more. You know, but because he's still denying.
Or you feel sheepish because you kind of took his side, but kind of know how he really is, and now there could be shame in you really being friends with that person again.
Right. I'm telling you, if I was faced with a situation like that, I wouldn't say shit, because I'm not allowed to lose my friend.
No.
You know,
I'm selfish like that too.
I don't want to lose my friend, especially if she's married, and you know, and of course she's going to choose her husband all day, but her husband won't allow her. They won't have a happy marriage if I am a part of her life. And he you know, and that's what I think, you know, immaturity and hurt feelings, you know, I think that's how, you know, men literally will destroy friendships between women, especially between their wives and their friends who tell it, who ran and told it.
I mean, there are truth tellers out there that'll do it. I mean, God bless them. I'm not one of them. And I think I lost a friend based on that. She's like, oh, you wouldn't tell me? I was like, well, I don't know what's going on in your relationship. And she was like, whatever's going on in my relationship, that's shit that I wouldn't tolerate. So I'm gonna need you to tell me. And I was like, she didn't. And then it became, I can't believe you wouldn't tell. Like, well, now you told me that you want to know. I'll tell you, but no. The truth is, I stay out of people's business. Relationships. Who knows?
Like, I want answers. You can't. Like, I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
I'm just saying, there are people. Who knows what deals people have inside of their relationship? Maybe he was on a hall pad. I don't know, or she was on a hall pad.
Look, everyone says they wanted the truth, but in the end, they don't. They don't. That, like, look, I'm not saying ignorance is bliss, but I'm saying ignorance is bliss. Like, I am sure that I'm with someone who would never do that to me.
Oh, wow.
And that's,
you can't say that. Nobody.
I can say that. Hey, honey, you never do that to me.
Look. He said, so Rob said, would you want to be told or no? Would I want to be told?
Good question.
That's a great question.
You drinking, Rob? What are you drinking? We're having champagne. Let me see.
You want to be told?
Yes. I do, but I'm different. But I'm different. If my friend told me that, I am not going to hate on my friend or allow my man to either. It's just not going to happen that way.
Exactly.
And shout out to Darlene. I'll never forget. We were in Ghana together, and there's when you're friends more than friends with women. Sometimes it's just not really about sisterhood or blood. It's just really about sisterhood, I should say. And, she wouldn't allow anyone to speak recklessly about me and vice versa. So when I tell you that in the event husbands or boyfriends or fiancés or whatever were involved, our friendship is so deep, I don't think that would be an issue.
So
and
Rob,
for me,
to
answer the question, yes, I want to be told.
So Rob is like, boom. So when you say, you don't know if you tell, but you want to know.
Because I know me.
But there's some duplicity there, right?
Wow.
Like, you wouldn't tell, but you want to know.
Because, I wouldn't tell certain people because I don't know how they'll ride for me in the end. Like, if I tell you the truth and then you allow your man to malign me, call me a liar and all that other shit, and you essentially dead our friendship, so we're not even friends anymore, then I made a mistake in telling you.
Oh, now, you thought that you were more friends than you actually were?
No.
What?
I thought that my friend was
would be more open or understanding of what?
I thought my friend, I would think that I can only speak for myself, right? So I know that I would take the information in the manner and spirit in which is given and from whom. I am not, like I said, I would take the information, and if the person told me and I believe them and I brought it to my man, he's only got one choice to make. Tell the truth. Now, if he tells the truth, then, everything is everything. Thanks a lot. I won't allow him to malign my friend or the messenger. I won't allow him to, like, my friend didn't do anything wrong.
So
the person who told me did nothing wrong.
The problem with all of that is, right?
What?
The problem with all of that is that if the person who receives that information that their partner is doing something they shouldn't be doing, if the person who receives that information is reckless in its delivery, you are filleted. You, friend, cast it out. You won't survive that friendship. The truth is,
I don't understand.
What I'm saying is, if I hear something, you tell me something about, or
yeah,
some friend tells me something about my man, and I go home like, what the fuck, blah, 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 without really processing it and coming to him in a way that doesn't expose the friend, right? I would have to be like, look, I heard this, and he'd be like, from who? If I had time, right? Not is it true?
But what if he saw you? Now here's what.
He saw the friend,
right?
And the
so
friend saw him.
Here's the thing. When I say Rob, like I said, I'm gonna go back. Good question.
Great question.
And if the person is in denial, you're right. If the person is in denial, then our friendship is toast. Period. She is going to allow her husband. Now, under any other circumstances, I would call him a fuck boy. But this is her husband, so I'm not going there.
Right.
So she would literally allow her husband to dismantle a friendship, and that's sad to me. Because he's upset that the truth, A, has been told about him, and he can't take ownership. He can't accept accountability. And I'm not I don't understand where that misplaced, anger comes from. Oh, fuck your friend. You can't talk. Fuck that bitch. I don't want that bitch in my house anymore. It's not misplaced anger. But here's the thing.
It's
why?
You exposed me, so now I have to.
Now I hate you. Now I hate you.
Yeah, I hate you. I can't trust you. And now you telling her shit like, yo, one of us gotta go. And it's not gonna be
right.
It's not gonna be.
But see, my friend and my sister and my friend, that would not be the case. She would not. My sister and friend, real friends, would not allow the husband to do that. And that's my point.
And you don't know.
Well, I know you. Well, you can't. You can't.
I wouldn't.
What?
No, look. I personally, I don't want to know. I mean, what, again, I said about hall passes or people having deals in their relationship. The truth
How about this? Go to the husband and say, look, I saw you do what you did. Tell her the truth, or I'm going to have to. Rob just said something very interesting. Like, how do you keep that on your conscience? If you saw your friend's husband cheating, why not approach the husband? Like, look, I saw you.
If you made eye contact, right?
Well, I saw you, and if you don't tell her, I will have to. Like, maybe put the ball right back in the husband's court to do the right thing. How about that? So now the onus isn't on us and only us, or me as a friend, and he gets to be upfront with his spouse, and nothing happens to the friendship. I'm a different kind of...
So Rob said something else earlier that I have to kind of bring back. He said, if you cheat, whatever, just tell me so that we can either work on it or not, and we could move on or not. I'm grown and too old for this kind of bullshit. At 52 years old, I'm too old for it. I'm too old to be with a man who wants to be in a relationship with me or pretend to be in a relationship with me, and out here with this girl, that girl, and that girl.
Oh, really? Get your shit together.
I had a friend at one point that told me, he said it was a catch and release kind of thing, and I'm like, really? Catch and release, huh? It's like to see if I still got it. Like that was the game, and it was like, yeah, but you get numbers, and who's to say that you're not calling back and doing what you got to do? Of course, nothing's going on with that dude anymore, but I don't know. I think people will show you, or you'll get the signs. You'll have all the information that you need. You might not need your friend to tell you anything. It's the truth. You might know already. I think people know more than they let on.
And I think people will stay in a situation for whatever their reasons, knowing what they know. Anyway, let's see. Moving beyond that, let's move on to close it out and say goodnight.
Is it over already? How long have we
I feel like it's like 10 o'clock at night.
We've only done this.
7:02.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so enough about that then. So today we connected with another set of twins on Instagram. They are law enforcement officers, and they are also bartenders. And let me see. I want to give a shout out to them because they're our new friends and future collaborators. We're gonna, see what we can do. Troy and Trevor, follow them. They're twins. They're bartenders. They're hosts of Round and Round online on, I think it's on, what's that? Not Venmo. Venmo's the money
Yeah.
thing. Vimeo.
Yeah, I think
Vimeo.
that's it.
See, I'm so old. I tell on myself every time. At any rate, follow them at Troy Trev Parham on Instagram and Vimeo and other socials. So Troy and Trevor, and they're amazing. We can't wait to talk with them. And what else? What you got? You know what? I don't feel like there's really a good, bad, and funny to what we talked about. What do you think?
No good, bad, and funny to telling or not telling.
Right. It's like,
but it could be good, bad, and funny for the week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So or what good, bad, and funny for we could talk about. Okay, so good. I mean, I love my new puppy. He'll be 5 months old on Friday.
Yeah. Oh, her bully, her French
bully,
who was very mean to my baby. Okay, my baby.
What's it? Wait,
I have a cockapoo.
Right.
And he's a little 12-pound thing, and he's so sweet and so loving. And her and her man's dog literally lived up to his name, bullying my poor baby. Shame on you, Crew.
Crew, stop it. Crew is just a baby. And Crew, he doesn't know his own strength, so he's kind of getting his little...
She sound proud and shit.
Stop it. No, listen. I am
fuck
proud.
your dog.
Stop it. He's a good baby. He really is. I mean, he's trained. We're training him.
I'm like...
Look,
trained.
The truth is, he
He's
bullied her dog, and she didn't like it.
Hey, Sandy. Yeah, I didn't like it
She
at all.
didn't like it.
That's like hurting one of my kids.
Well,
Hey,
so
Jonathan
wait a second.
and Cameron.
Look, but how Crew gonna be? How he gonna let Samuel come into like his house and rule him? He had to be. Look, he the shorty.
Okay,
He had to
first
be
of all, my dog.
to be the big
First
dog.
of all, my dog doesn't want to rule anyone. All my dog wants to do is love you and jump on you and play and kiss you.
Look,
would not. My dog would not come into any situation on some
clear.
old I'm in charge shit. It's just not who my baby is.
Let's be clear. Dogs are animals. They're animals, and they have animal instinct.
Oh, Steve, I'm gonna need you to chime in.
Stop it.
You know my baby is loving. She knows my baby is loving as fuck, and she knows that my baby would never play the I'm in charge here.
Crew is Sam. I love Samuel. Don't get me wrong.
Crew was being territorial. Don't say my dog was not.
Right,
would
right,
never.
Right. Well, we don't know because Crew's never been here. All I'm saying is when Crew comes,
he won't.
All right, so I love my French bulldog. I think he's amazing.
He's a cutie pie.
Yeah, he so is.
He is.
And he is. He's 5 months on Friday. Really getting kind of stubborn, but still pretty lovable and listens. And I think I'm going to get another French bulldog. He needs company, and I'm definitely not getting a cockapoo for him. Sorry.
It's fine. So so that's the dogs.
That's my good.
The good.
And funny.
Okay, what's my good? Do I have a good? Life. Life is good. Oh, I got some JB flowers, for my man, because he loves me. JB, what's JB, you ask? Just because. I got some just because flowers, and they're right there, and they look so amazing. Anyway, that's my good. He's my good.
Bad.
My bad. School started this week. Yeah, I'm back in school. Yeah, sucks. But it'll be over soon. 4 classes, and it's all over.
And funny.
Well, what's your bad first? Your dog?
No.
He's bad.
No,
he's bad.
He's not.
Hey, Sandy.
He's a good baby. What's my bad? Oh, that August is almost over. That summer is coming to an end. That kind of makes me sad. I thought about that. That thought occurred to me this week, and I was like, and the weather has just been so awful in the DC area, raining all the time
and muggy, right? Is it very?
Yeah. So that's been a drag. And of course my funny was her cockapoo getting bullied by my French bulldogs.
Right, living up to his name and shit.
Well,
Let me see. Yeah, it's my funny is just life. Life is good. I'm happy. Everything's good. Things are lining up. You know, and yeah, I'm
like
excited.
This champagne thing. What else? With the
Our
champagne
online
stuff?
store.
Oh,
Everyone, you know, go check it out. Champagne and Double Talk. We've got some really cool merchandise. You know, if you know some people who appreciate champagne, but sometimes think it's just a little on the
Dry
tart
side.
or dry side. We are selling some really amazing
Cubes, like champagne cocktail and mimosa cubes.
Yeah.
So pre-order those because they're available, and we've got this sweatshirt on. I like it.
Right. So
I can't wait to put it on this fall.
Yeah, just you know, we've got, of course, you know,
T-shirts and
fans from Ghana. I also got this cute little, you know, from Ghana as well. You know, let me know if you guys like it. It's not a shirt, but it's you know,
It's
like
like
a little overlay, and yeah, I love it. So yeah, everyone, thank you so much for joining us for Happy Hour. We'll see you again.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye. Okay, so now I'm gonna get home. Boop. I don't know how to end this.
Oh, let me see. Well, you can't say bye and not know how to end it.
I got it.
How about this?